Hello there, I'm Begalius, and I totally forgot to say this, and I don't know when this video is going to be uploaded, but happy Thanksgiving, dude. Did you enjoy stuffing your freaking face with cock? I promise I'm not a member of PETA or vegan or anything like that. I just thought it would be super gross to refer to it in that way. Hey, you know what would be less gross? Did you shove your face in a pie? I can't get out of this. There's no way out of this. It's absolutely disgusting, all of the things that I'm saying, but regardless, happy Thanksgiving. And let's get back on track, shall we? I think that would be a tremendous idea. So, I am back. I did take some time off, and I'm sorry. Oh, wait. No, I totally kept uploading throughout my busy period. I'm bragging about this. This is a flex. I'm straight up flexing right now, and I don't care. I did it. I made videos through what I would consider to be a busy period, and I absolutely decimated my vault of videos that I had as a buffer. I don't even know if I have any left now. So, but yeah, I did miss a couple of days here and there, but it was never a concrete upload schedule. I never promised to upload every day, and I won't. I can tell you that for sure. But I would like to explain, what happened, why I went away for a bit. I did have to take a few days away from recording video, and that's because essentially I was very, very busy learning to drive, which I know I'm very old, far too old for all of this, but it is very different. And I passed, by the way. I passed because I put a fuck ton of effort into it. I was learning to drive constantly, putting a ton of money and effort into it. I was absolutely exhausted. I just could not come back home and, rant about Call of Duty and stuff like that. But yes, I passed. I started at the beginning of the year. If by some, weird freak accident you saw my New Year's resolutions video from last year, I made that one of, the things I want to do going forward, and I'm already there. I have the license. So well done me, I have it. Why so late? I think, from what I can tell, England is genuinely one of the hardest places to learn to drive. Hardest and most expensive places to learn to drive. I've always said that America is, capitalism epitomized, and it is the most capitalist country. But in England, the one thing that we have over America in terms of capitalism is learning to drive. And my God, dude, it is so discouraged in this country. Maybe not discouraged, but there is no conversation about it at school. When you're at school, you don't talk about it, you don't mention it. It's like Voldemort, he who shall not change gear. There's no driver's ed, there's no conversations about it, there's no learning, no one stands in front of a whiteboard and tells you how to drive. You have to wait until you finish school, and then you are only allowed to do it privately. You have to put a bunch of time into it. Of course, our roads are a bit rough, and we have roundabouts, and we have like corners and turns and varying different, road surfaces and road positioning and stuff like that you wouldn't have over in countries like the US. Our traffic rules are very harsh and stringent, and it cost a fucking fortune. I spent thousands learning to drive, utter thousands, and yeah, you have to pay a lot of money for each lesson. Nowadays you can't get away with a 1 hour lesson. It has to be 2, and then you have to pay fuck ton of money for the test as well, and you have to rent the car for the test too, which sucks. But yeah, also I mean, it's not just that. It's never really interested me. I've never really cared about learning to drive. It's never something I really bothered with. It's not something that I was excited about. I like video games, I like movies, I like, hanging out, drinking, stuff like that. It's just driving was never something I really cared about. And people always say to me, well, it's great, you have tons of freedom and you can go anywhere you want, but where would I go? It's just, I'm very introverted, and there's nowhere I wanted to go. But of course, I had a kid last year, and it does change your perspective on it. I didn't want to be the only dad not driving, so I had to do that, and that's why I put so much effort into it, and I did. Obviously I felt very motivated, and I just put a ton of effort into it this year. and ran myself ragged, but it was worth it because I've done it now, and really that's like the final stamp of things I was worried about. So that's what happened. Obviously stuff like this is going to happen again, but I think this led on to a fairly interesting conversation and a life update. You know, this is a life update for me, which is part of the reason for this channel. But dude, it is difficult to learn to drive over here, particularly nowadays. I mean, it's 3 tests as well. You know, it's not just one. You do have to complete 3 tests in order to drive here, and it's really tough. Oh, and of course, you know, I don't want to keep going on about it, but once you get the car, insurance is mandatory, and there's all the road taxes, there's emissions charges and stuff like that. Our petrol, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that's it. I guess I'll see everyone later. Yeah, why not?